Previously on our channel.
Hey, it's Big Jeff coming to you from BigJeffAudio.com. Also representing B2AudioUSA.com. Make sure you hit that like button right now. It doesn't cost you $1. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe, like, and follow. And always leave comments, good or bad. We try to respond to them. We try to bring them up in future videos. And you can always leave another one at the end of the video. Here, we are unboxing, or actually we're starting to unbox, test, and go over one of the newest amplifiers from B2 Audio. 24 dB per octave. Low pass crossover is 40 hertz to 400 hertz. High pass crossover is 40 hertz to 4 kilohertz. Bass EQ 45 hertz. That's a 0 to 12 dB. Zero gauge input. They recommend a 150 amp external fusing. Now this amp here will do about 200 by 4 at 4 ohm, 300 by 4 at 2 ohm, and then bridged at 4 ohm will be 2 by 600 watts. Okay. First glance, which we're going to look into this, it's just a lot cleaner. Everything's smaller. And then you can basically see the shares here, but it's one side and one side. So this is basically a mirror image of over here. I don't know if you noticed that. It is two separate amps in one. I'd really like to see how hot these get because that's what I hear. But as long as you got ventilation, you got good electrics. This is still an efficient amp, and it makes incredible amount of power for its size. I mean, this right here is a 1200 watt amp. This is part one. I'll see you on part two, or you can watch the whole thing together. See you next time.
Watch the full unboxing video. Subscribe now.
All right, so there is a reference for hooked up. I have it just set for mono on one side for right now. We're gonna do a bunch of different tests. We will take some time and different parts to this. So I'm gonna do a 4 ohm run, dynamic, uncertified, certified. Then we're gonna do 2 ohm, even though it doesn't say 2 ohm, but I'm just curious, at least dynamic and uncertified. So we have that wired up, we have it tuned. I'm gonna go in 4 ohm. I'm gonna go track 1, start dyno. We're at 14.21 volts, dropping down to 14.17. And easy 697, no problem. Okay, so we're gonna go back. And I'm just curious what we're gonna do at 2 ohm. So we're gonna go back to track 1, pause it. We'll go to 2 ohm. Unpause, start dyno. Okay, so we jumped up to 989 at 14.15 volts, no power supply on. Let me pause this. So we're gonna go back. Let's do uncertified. This amp definitely has tons of power. Enter, mono, next. Okay, so uncertified, let's go 4 ohm, track 3, start dyno. Still going, still going. Okay, uncertified, still going, 706 watts. I'm gonna pause that. 706 watts, 14.16 volts, 4 ohm mono, uncertified. Great. I'm gonna go 4 ohm. Well, let's do the 2 ohm uncertified. Let's do that. Okay, track 3. Start dyno. 2 ohms uncertified, about 14 volts. Wow. 839 at 14 volts. So let's go back, and we're just running back to back here, which is hard on an amp. Okay, so just gonna feel this bit. Not even warm yet. A little bit warm over here, I can feel it, but just warm. So, okay, let's go certified test 4 ohm. Certified, run, mono, next. Let's go 4 ohm, track 4, start dyno. Still at 14.21, just running off of the power bank right now. Okay, so 662 certified. The amp's rated at 600. So I'm not even going to go 2 ohm. We already know the numbers are good. We know the amp produces the power. No problem at all. So we did run it at 2 ohms, which it's not recommended at mono. It is recommended when you're running stereo 2 ohm to get the power. But this amp back to back hasn't even gotten warm. You can see them. There was no editing, or if there was, very little. It was back to back to back. Dynamic, uncertified, certified, 4 ohm, 2 ohm. Incredible, incredible. Let me go out of here. Okay, so this was pretty right on point there. It actually produced more than what it's rated at. The amp is running smooth. You can see the voltage. No power supplies on, just running off of the bank. And we're still staying, it's not even really dropping down. Very efficient amplifier. What I'm gonna do is rewire it up in stereo so we can see what that does. So I'm gonna rewire it in stereo so we can see if we're running stereo for mids and highs where we're gonna get. We obviously see that this amp at mono produces way more power. This is definitely an amp you can run the whole system. One side, easy 600 to 800 watts on the subwoofer, clean power. And then we're gonna see what the stereo output does. I'll be right back. I'm Big Jeff from BigJeffAudio.com, representing B2 Audio USA with the AB, Class AB amp, reference 4. I'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So we just watched dynamic, uncertified, certified runs. We watched 4 ohm and 2 ohm, and even at 2 ohm where it's not even supposed to, like in mono, and it had power for days. You also saw the voltage drop. Man, I've had lots of amps, even just off of this huge bank, really drop the voltage. Super efficient. I didn't run the amperage with it. I know some of y'all really like to see that, some of y'all don't, but you kind of get a gauge, especially with the power supplies off. They are off, and I normally run with them on, that it barely drops. So that should give you an idea of efficiency in real life situations. Now, back to this. I'm wiring this up stereo, and I'm going to try to do it without retuning. Now, normally going from mono to stereo, you would still want to retune the amplifier. I'm going to do it without and see what kind of power. If I don't get the power I'm looking for, then we will pause the video and I will retune it. But I like to be upfront with everybody. I don't hide stuff. Just keep it real. This AB amp is blowing my mind. Very efficient, in my opinion. And normally, let me tell you, working with the 81, it's very hard on amplifiers. You have no clue. When you guys use the handheld or the Basshead Garage or any of the other meters, you're usually doing it with speakers. And it's just not the same as this SMD 81, which is just like the dummy loads, right? It's really, really hard on an amplifier. Okay, and they're really not designed. It's like doing a free air flex test. They're not designed for that. Okay, but anyway, I have it exactly tuned where it was, which you can, let me tell you, there's tricks to this. And it's not even tricks that are lying, but you can gain something up and run these dynos, and a lot of these companies do, with a dB overlap. Remember, music is recorded negative dB, right? And then when you get these rebase tracks, they usually record it like -5. When you dyno, you can tune the amp or use like the DD1 Plus to do a dB overlap. Okay, if you're not sure what all that is, there's plenty of videos on it. But I can tell you on this amp, I just tuned it like it would be in a car. I'm not trying to get anything extra out of it. And knowing that, I know I can get way more than you just saw. So let's get to this. I'm gonna turn this baby back on. Still no power supplies. We're running off the initial charge on the bank. And I have it wired up stereo right now. Stereo, okay? So let's start off with a dynamic run. I was like going there. We're gonna start at 4 ohms, which obviously it's rated at 2 ohms for stereo. And we'll start dyno. We're at 14.19 volts. Here she goes. Okay, so 239, 240 at 4 ohms, and this is rated at 2 ohms. Let me pause this. You can see it didn't even drop the voltage. Okay, so 4 ohms stereo. It is rated, 4 ohms was rated at 200 watts. I take that back. So we got over that. Incredible. And like I said, I am so cautious on the tuning part, just because this is not made to just be dollar per watt. This isn't Class AB. and it's actually changing my mind on the way I felt about AB amps. Okay, let's go to 2 ohms is where it says it gets its power at. I'm gonna go to track 1. We're gonna start dyno, 14.15 volts. Here we go, 390 watts. It was rated at 2 ohms at 300, and we had no problem jumping. Let me pause this. We had no problem jumping to 392 watts. So again, I guarantee if I did some dB overlapping, I could get more power out of this thing, but I just want it to treat like it's going in your car. So far, mono, you can run a decent sized subwoofer or a pair of subwoofers, and man, 390 watts is a lot of power nowadays, so you can run a lot. Let's just go anyway. I just want to see what happens at 1 ohm. Not supposed to. Don't do this at home. 1 ohm stereo. Should not do this, and I hope I don't blow it up. 532 watts. Let me pause this. 535 watts at 14.07. Okay, so really happy with the amp. I'm super happy. I'm digging it. I can hear the fan, but it is so low. We were worried about that, especially in a sound quality SQ amplifier. You don't want the noise, but honestly, even in this room, and I'm about 5 feet away, I barely hear the fan. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and check. I'm not even gonna break out the FLIR. Just gonna put my hand on it. It's barely even warm. Power's nothing. This thing's not even, I'm not even working this, and Jay told me the bigger problems AB is they get hot. I'll tell you what, I've done class Ds like this that have gotten way hotter faster. Okay, dyno's at 76 degrees, so we're good Fahrenheit. We're gonna go to uncertified run. And we're gonna go to 2 ohms, right where it's supposed to be. Track 3, start dyno. Uncertified, starting at 14.15 volts DC. Here we go. Oh man, even better. Look at that, 377, uncertified, about 14 volts. Let me pause this. I repeat that, 377, 2 ohms stereo. So this is no problem gonna run some nice speakers. Okay, let's go back. What the hell, that's 2 ohm. Let's do uncertified 1 ohm. Screw it. And I can warranty my own stuff. Start dyno, here we go. Not supposed to do this 1 ohm stereo, but I'm doing it. Uncertified, 1 ohm stereo. 400, nope, going, it's still going. 485, 486, 493, almost 500 watts. Almost 500 watts, 1 ohm stereo. This amp is a tank. I'm gonna tell you what, if you're in for an AB or you want to change like me, because I'm actually gonna put this in the Yukon, maybe in one of my vehicles, it's blowing me away with the power, and now I'm understanding why people are going AB and spending the money. All right, let's go back. Let's just do last run certified at 2 ohms. Last run, and remember, I could get way more out of this. I'm telling you all that. I'm being very 2 ohms. Track 4, certified. Start dyno. Here we go. $14.11 voltage ain't even dropping. We're getting a 362 certified. It's rated at 300 watts. Rated at 300 watts. We're getting 362 watts certified, and way more than that. Let me shut this down real quick. We're going to do a recap. Amp's not even warm. I don't know why I shut it down. I'm just used to, let me tell you something. I'm used to shutting them down because the amps get hot running on this. And I'll tell you what, this blew my mind all the way through. So I did dynamic, uncertified, certified runs. I did above, which is the cool thing I'm told about AB amps, that it's when you have impedance rise, it does not kill the amp like it would do in like a class D technology, which you can see that. So I ran it at 4 ohms, I ran it at 2 ohms, and then just to show you, which we don't recommend, but it will play down to 1 ohm stereo and mono, and it produces more power. Really, really cool. So the benefit there is it does create more power at a lower impedance, more resistance, but it still creates the power at a higher impedance, less resistance, where other amps, you start to lose that with impedance rise. So sound quality for sure, but I think having this run my outside speakers. Why on the Yukon, that's a demo vehicle, I would put on the outside? Well, the inside's just so loud, it doesn't even matter, right? But the outside, when people come around the vehicle, I think by doing that and getting some full sound out of like the CXPs, the hybrids, and I'm thinking about adding another set of compression drivers when B2, we get those produced. Just people sitting back there, instead of it just being loud like a Stonewall, I just want it to feel like real music. So that's why I'm gonna do this AB amp. I love the design. Hands down, there's nothing I would change. It's got a beautiful remote like the rest of the Rages. It's perfect size, fan cooled. It's not getting hot. Obviously, we're not playing it for long periods of time, but trust me, putting it on this SMD AD1 is not good for any amplifier. And some amps, even high ends, just take a poop right away. I've had it happen. I know Steve Mead has, everybody else. But this amp, take a lick and it keep on ticking. And this is the first time I dyno without the power supplies on. One reason was I have 2 down, so I'm only running 2. Second reason was I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna run it without and see what happens. And voltage barely dropped a couple tenths. So that tells you efficiency. And we did it in that 14 range, and most of your cars nowadays are 13.95. You should have no problem at all. This wasn't done like at 15 or 16 volts. Recap, awesome amp. It's gonna be in the $600 price range, depending actually when they get here and what the tariffs are, but well worth it because that will run all your mids and highs and then some for sure. It will run full outdoors. I mean, if you have multiple speakers. And definitely if you're doing a small system and you want a sub or maybe a couple little subs, a truck or something like that, and then you need that to run the fronts and the rears, no problem at all, I back it up. This is the reference, Class AB, the start of it. We will be making bigger ones, and we'll be making some mono style amplifiers for sure. I wasn't too big on the AB. I know there's big companies out there that do it. There's a following for it, but now it's making a believer out of me. Hey, I'm Big Jeff from BigJeffAudio.com, also represent B2AudioUSA.com. This is the reference for. We'll do some more testing down the road. I would really like the next videos to actually hook this up to some speakers and maybe do a side-by-side 2 different amps, but I don't know how it's gonna sound on video. Hey, leave me a comment. Tell me what you like to see with this amp, because right now this is one of the top 5 amps that I dynoed that I was impressed with, and it went very smooth, and man, I would definitely put it in my vehicle. I'll see you on the next video. I'm not sure where you're looking at. Probably looking at here. There is a